Hey everybody, welcome back to Jameen's Promo, and today we'll be taking a look and doing a comparison versus the Galaxy A series. Now first up will be the Galaxy A10e, which sells for $130, then the Galaxy A20, which sells for $200, and the Galaxy A50, which sells for $250. So first, let's open up the Galaxy A10, let's see everything it has to offer, and then let's do the comparisons. The Galaxy A10e is the smaller brother of the three. It does sell for $130. The screen size is a 5.8 inch with HD plus resolution, which brings it in at 720 by 1560. The front-facing camera is a 5 megapixel. The internal storage is 32 gigs with a 2 gig RAM with a 3000 milliamp hour battery, and it weighs in at 141 grams. If you're looking for a budget phone that actually has a lot of great features, really close to the Galaxy S line, the Galaxy A10e will be a really good choice. Coming in at the middle ground brother, this one is the A20, slightly larger and a little bit more expensive than the Galaxy A10e. This one is a 6.4 inch display, but the exact same resolution. So it comes in at an HD plus, which is 720 by 1560. The front-facing camera is upgraded with a 8 megapixel. Now on the back, it does come equipped with a 13 megapixel and 5 megapixel camera. It has 32 gigabytes of internal storage, but with 3 gigs of RAM, and then a larger 4000 milliamp hour battery, and weighs just a little bit more at 169 grams. And now the bigger of the three, the Galaxy A50, this one comes in at $250. This one has a full HD plus resolution display at 6.4 inches, so it has a little bit better resolution at 2340 by 1080. The front-facing camera does have a shooter at 25 megapixels, and then on the back you have a 25 megapixel, 5, as well as 8. Now the internal storage has been doubled. This one is sitting at 64 gigs of internal storage, 4 gigs of RAM, and a large 4000 milliamp hour battery. And you can also see that the color of the paint job on the back is just a little bit more vibrant than the other duller black colors. Now going through the setup process, I noticed that this Galaxy A10e has a little bit of a greenish, bluish tint while the other two don't. So we'll take a look at the settings, see if we can fix that. But going through the two larger phones, the A20 and the A50, they both offer you fingerprint options. All three of them will give you the face recognition option. So we'll set this one up just a little bit later on, and I'll see which one of these work a little bit better with the face recognition as well as the fingerprint recognition. So let's just go through here. We're going to skip all of this. Now with all three of these on, let's go inside of the display settings. Let's see if we can kind of fix that a little bit. Let's see if we can get rid of that tint color, as well as give that display timeout a little bit longer. So as we go through here, let's do screen timeout, screen timeout, screen timeout. Now there's a little bit more options on these two over here. So we're going to take a look at exactly what that is. So now that we've put it at a display, timeout at 5 minutes, we should be good. Now looking on the very top up here, you can notice a couple different changes. So on the Galaxy A20 and the A50, you have screen modes, but you do not have a screen mode over here. Now, if I had screen mode on the Galaxy A10e, I'd probably be able to fix what we're seeing with that little tint. And then this is where you'd be able to fix it if you want it to be like an AMOLED cinema, if you want to bring in or take out some of the cool or warm color. Now, the thing that's a little interesting is that both of these over here has both, the HD plus. This one has full HD plus. So I thought that these two would have some of the same settings, but it looks as if they don't. So when you do go for that cheaper version over here, you will have a little bit less options when it comes down over into the settings. Now taking a look over at protection, let's take a look at the fingerprint scanner. So over here on the Galaxy A20, I noticed that it's actually sitting right there on the back of the phone. On the Galaxy A50, I don't see it sitting on the back, so I'm trying to figure out where it's located. Maybe it's on the side, but we're gonna actually notice that right here in the setup. So let's go inside of the biometrics and security. Over here, we're gonna go to biometrics and security. Let's head inside of the fingerprints, and then here we go. So this is where some of the key differences in the price kind of comes into play. So when you have a phone that's $250 versus $200, you have this fingerprint scanner over here that kind of works a little similar to what the Galaxy S5 had. This one over here has the in-screen fingerprint reader, which I'm really excited for. But also along with the fingerprint scanners, you will also have some other differences in terms of the resolution. So you have full HD plus here. This one is only HD plus. You also have double the internal storage at 64 gigs, and this one is sitting at 32. So let's go through and let's set these up. Now when it comes down to setting up your fingerprint, it looks like this one's an optical one. So I don't feel like this one's that ultra violet one or the ultra one that's on the Galaxy S20s. So this looks like it has that optical reader underneath the fingerprint reader. So this is going to be very similar to what OnePlus uses. So let's just set this up. Now that we have that fingerprint added, now let's go in the very back over here. So this one's going to be pretty nice if you want to touch it. Ooh, I'm actually swiping it, and as I was swiping it, it just uploaded super quick. So that was a really fast fingerprint reader right there. So I'm gonna go through and touch it. Now I'm not really, there we go, it was recognized, there we go. And it has a backup pin. So now let's actually head back out of here. I'm gonna touch on the fingerprint reader and it unlocked. So let's do that one more time. This time I'm gonna touch the power button and then touch the fingerprint reader. So here we go. Let's do it again. And it unlocks pretty quick. Now let's move over to the Galaxy A50. With this one over here, we're gonna hit on done. Now with that one being saved, we're gonna go right here. So going through testing with the fingerprint right here, it does a pretty good job. You can also do it when the screen is off as well. But for this demo right here, we're just gonna keep it with it on. So it does a fairly good job right there. When you go inside of the camera, so let's move inside of the camera. This is where you're gonna see quite a few differences as well. We're gonna move over inside of the settings, and then we're gonna take a look at some of the resolutions, the video sizes and things like that. So right over here on the Galaxy A10e, when you look at that rear video size, with this one over here, you can do it at 16:9 with the full HD, 1920x1080, and that is the highest resolution you have for the rear video size. For the Galaxy A20, let's take a look at this one. Looks like you can go for that full HD right over there, 1920x1080. Again, this one's gonna be the largest video recording option there. Now moving over to the Galaxy A50, which I do have to say, when I pick this one up, it actually feels really good. Again, this one's still gonna be at that maximum of that 1920x1080, so it's gonna be the same as the Galaxy A20 right here in the center. Now taking a look at all three of them, the Galaxy A50 has quite a few more features inside of the camera category. So right over here, you do have your scene optimizer that you're able to turn on or off. The Galaxy A20 and the A10e does not have that option. They all three have the options for stickers, but on the Galaxy A50, you can see your AR emoji, so you have those abilities, as well as Bixby Vision. Now let's go inside of all of the different shooting camera modes, because there's quite a few different modes for each phone. So now inside of here, what we're gonna do is scroll down, head down inside of the camera modes, head over here, camera modes, and over here, camera modes. Now you will notice quite a bit more as you move on up in the line. So the Galaxy A10e is very simple: Panorama, Pro, Photo, and Video. Over here you have Panorama, Pro, Live Focus, Photo, and Video, and that's because you have two camera sensors on the back. Then on the A50 over here you have the Night, Panorama, Pro, you have Live Focus, Photo, Video, Super Slow-Mo, Slow-Mo, and Hyperlapse. Now all three phones are running on Android 9, but I have not updated these just yet. I believe Android 10 was pushed out for at least the Galaxy A50. The battery information, as you can see, the A20 and the A50 both have 4,000, while the A10e is sitting at 3,000. Now taking a look at device care and at the storage, right over here it looks like that there is 14.6 gigs that are used. Right over here where the available space is 49 gigs. Now again, these are brand new out of the box. So the A50 comes out of the box with 49 gigs. This one's sitting at 21, and this one's also sitting at 21. Now both of these are sitting at 32 gigs when you first get them. So it goes from 32 down to 21. This one was 64 gigs, bringing you down to 49. And then one last test, really, it's going to be with the cameras. I do have to play with these a little bit more just to see more in depth of which ones I like and then how they kind of come about. But let's just take a really fast photo, just because I wanted to see how fast the autofocus is, and also just to see how the photos look when you just open it up and you just take the regular shot. So there's that photo there. We have this one, and it took it fairly quick. The autofocus was a little slow, but it is there. Now let's move over into the camera over here. Now looking at all three photos right here, it's nothing too fancy to look at, but it looks like you know, the Galaxy A50 is pulling in with a little bit better for the resolution, just looking a little bit better shading and lighting and everything else. But I'll go a little bit more in depth in the future. Let me know if you guys have any questions about the Galaxy A10e, the A20, or the A50. If you're interested in any of these phones, I'll try to place links below the video inside of the description. But I hope you guys have liked this little quick comparison of the Galaxy A series. And if you guys like this video, please give this thing a huge thumbs up. Don't forget to hit unsubscribe. Subscribe right over here in the very bottom left-hand side. And if you like this video, then more than likely you'll also like this video. And I'll see you guys later.